Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to Graybeard's Nation.
That's right. And Lair, we have picked the perfect time to return because in a matter of days, it's Black Friday Record Store Day.
And today, we're going to talk about our probables, our maybes, the ridiculous stuff, and we find out what the U.S. Record Store Day list looks like for this Black Friday.
And stay tuned because we're debuting our very own Graybeard's Nation RSD Black Friday list. Because if this year's RSD list wasn't weird enough, we figured we could top it. Lair, let me ask you a question. What is a regular record store release that you have bought whenever, whatever record store day over the years that you listen to on a normal basis? And I will tell you this. Most people have to sit and think about it, at least for a couple of minutes. They're
Sure.
scratching their head. They're trying to wonder, what? Well, yeah, now that I think about it, there are some real duds in my collection, but I have them. What about you, Lair? What is something that you listen to on a regular basis for a record store day purchase?
Well, there's a few of them. The Jazz Sabbath series of releases is definitely one of them. You're going to talk about one in a few minutes, and that's right up there with me. But I would say one that I am particularly happy with is the BB King. This is, BB King. One of the things that he did that was very unique and special as a blues artist is he introduced horns and strings to the blues, and he made it work. And there's horns on this album, but the bottom line is, he could play one note and have more feeling than some guys that can play zillion notes a second, and it doesn't matter because they don't sound as soulful as BB does. And I was just talking to our friend Bobby about BB King just the other day, Todd, and we both agreed it was fine. Buddy Guy also would never sing while he was playing the guitar because him and BB, I heard BB say this first, but he always said it was ignorant to sing over somebody else. And he looked at his guitar as a personality. BB King's case, that's Lucille. So
Right.
that's mine, Todd. What do you
Yeah.
got? What's yours?
Now Lair, it's Foghat Live in New Orleans, 1973. This album not only sounds good, and I think it was like a soundboard recording or whatever, but they jazzed it up. And I don't know, it's a record store day. I don't remember which one it was, but this is something that I put on the turntable very often. But one of the rare ones, Lair. I don't normally put record store day stuff. I mean, there's a couple. Cal Jader, I think I put on occasionally, and the cat likes it.
Sure.
Yeah, but that's it. I mean, out of all of my record store day releases, and I've got a whole shelf of them, I just can't quite pull it together. And, it's kind of the same with how I feel about the list that came out this year, Lair. I really struggled, and went through that list several times to find something that I really thought I needed. And I only found like one or two things.
You're absolutely correct. This is a weak record store day. That doesn't mean that we can't find a couple things that are going to be exciting, but the quantity of them, like you said, is much lesser.
Your first one, what was your first one here, Larry?
Is Jazz Sabbath Live.
So, yeah, here we go. Jazz Sabbath Live. Now, look, I think I love the Jazz Sabbath just like you do. Where are they playing live here, right? First live recording. This is new. This is new recording. Yep, 2025 tour.
Yep.
I didn't see a tour. Did you see a tour?
This is a piano player who claims he wrote many classic Black Sabbath songs and had them stolen from him by Ozzy while he laid in a hospital bed. This is great drama, right? I'm not going to spoil everybody's surprise saying but the bottom line is it's great jazz music and to songs and melodies that we know. And in this live concert, they added brass, horns, guitars, and I'm thinking that is just going to simply add additional depth to the compositions, and it's also a record store day exclusive.
Right, right. And look, I'll be honest, Larry, I haven't looked at any of the other. Why should I look at the other, all those Rhino pressings that we know that we can buy on the Rhino site?
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't even know if it shows up, but the exclusive is not the fact that it's exclusive, it'll never be released. It's exclusive because they put it on some weird ass vinyl. Like in this case, the translucent orange vinyl. Well, that makes it, I guess, a record store day exclusive. And I'm kind of reading between the lines on this, and this,
Mm.
kind of pisses me off a little bit. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It
So,
it almost sounds like our beloved record store day.
mhm,
First of all,
yeah,
I think the whole idea behind it has totally been lost. Um, it's every like everything else in life, it has become a money grab, and you have to see and read between the lines to determine what is worth your hard-earned money, really. Because do you simply want to get something that's going to be released later? Do you want to buy something that's released on sub quality colored vinyl?
yeah,
Um, and are you buying the records on Record Store Day because it's Record Store Day and you want to get out of the house and go to an independent record store and support them? Or are you collecting? Are you buying them to be a collector? I'm not going to judge anybody. I'm just going to say I don't buy records to simply hang on a wall and not listen to them because they're on yellow vinyl and that's not going to sound as good as the black vinyl version. I don't have money or time for that. I buy them because I want to listen to them,
yeah. Me
you know.
too. Yeah,
But
I'm not. I mean, look, are there some RSD titles that are still sealed? No, I've unsealed and tried them all. I mean, you know how disappointed I was with the Tangerine Dream. I mean,
yeah,
it was a terrible record. The vinyl was beautiful. The gatefold and all of the nice things that were in it were awesome. But the crowd sound. I think they were all stoned or on acid or something. But it didn't make things any better. Now, one of the things, and this is the only one, Lair, on
yeah,
my probable list,
yeah,
and it is the Alice Cooper Live from the Forum,
yeah.
1975, right? This is cool.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Yeah. It's an
Yeah,
RSP exclusive, but what makes it an exclusive? I don't know. Let's see. It really doesn't say. So it's not saying, well, this is an exclusive because it's pink or or it's got a gatefold release, but so this one might be, in my opinion, the best value. Probably sounds pretty good. And I'm also an Alice Cooper collector. I've got so many of his albums and I continue to collect them. I'm hoping that this record is everything that I would like it. I mean, it's a 40-year-old show, and there's probably a good reason for that that hasn't been released since then. But um, you know, we've also had
selection of
good
his music
times.
on there, you know.
Yeah. Well, and Larry, we've had a hard time, before in the past, we've had a hard time with live recordings. Remember
Yeah,
that Blue Oyster Cult? It was
yeah,
horrible.
yeah,
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 absolutely. The
yeah.
worst.
And it wasn't the only one. There's been others. There's been
No,
others.
I totally agree.
There was a Bill Evans live that was released, I don't know, 4 years ago, and it sounded like it was recorded in a closet. And that's just very disappointing. Now, I will tell you, I do have some recordings where the recording quality is terrible, but the performance is so fantastic that I still listen to it, right? I have a Jason and the Scorchers recording live in Germany, and it's one of the worst recorded bootlegs, but the passion in the music was so fantastic, I still listen to
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, same with me. I just couldn't find anything that blew up, and you wanted to, just sent me to the moon.
it. Right.
Um, did you have actually, didn't you have one? I thought you were talking about like the Bob Dylan stuff, right? Isn't there one you had on Bob Dylan?
Yes, the
Yeah.
Bob Dylan original Freewheeling, and the reason that this is unique, this release on Record Store Day, is it includes 4 tracks that Dylan originally recorded for this album, and the label pulled them back. And I'm very anxious. This is one of his classic albums, and I'm very anxious to hear these 4 songs, in addition to the original the original album. So I am kind of excited about this, and I definitely have that on my probable. You are correct.
And an OG pressing of this with the original, 4 tracks on there, it's almost impossible to find well, in any good condition. And on top of that, you're probably gonna pay somewheres up to $1,000 for it because it is kinda rare. So they
Yeah.
pulled a lot of
Wow.
those back. So, look, if you can't throw $1,000, which, I would never do, I don't think you would either, at a record, this would be the good way. You know what? I'm gonna put this not on my probable, but maybe.
And it's
You
and
know
it's an exclusive, but
and it's an exclusive, right?
so,
Now, what does
you
it
know,
makes it let's see, it doesn't say that it's exclusive because it's orange vinyl or, turd
right,
colored or
right,
whatever,
right.
right? So, and the neat thing about this one is that, just to own this because you don't wanna buy the other one, and also, it's a good collector item. I don't think they'll probably release a whole
And,
lot. Who knows?
you can appreciate this, Todd. I have that album um, on CD. I don't have it on vinyl because I'm building up my vinyl collection slowly. And so it's good for me because I want to have that one on vinyl. Bob Dylan's voice is one of the greatest singing voices ever recorded. So, no, I'm just kidding. But I am very anxious to add that to my vinyl side. And I think I could be wrong, but I think the version of the CD I have is a MoFi CD.
Nice.
But I'd have to check that. But yeah,
Now,
yeah.
do you were talking I remember you saying something about the Billy Joel,
Yeah.
yeah, that was
So,
live from Long Island. What was your thoughts on that?
well, I remember in the 70s I was a huge Billy Joel fan. Lots of people were. Um I don't know that some of his music has aged perfectly. And it's not like he's been putting out new music that's been exciting, for a long time. But this concert was recorded in Long Island right after he came back from the USSR for the Nylon Curtain Tour.
Right.
And I believe that this is when he was at the top of his game. People forget what a great showman he was and what a great piano player he was. And yeah, this is a definite maybe. It wouldn't kill me if they didn't have it; they were sold out, but I would definitely like to get my paws on this puppy.
Yeah, and really 1,500 copies, it might be a little tough,
It might, yeah.
Yeah, and this year we're going to, obviously, for the last couple of years, we've done a live stream from Phil's Music Exchange. This year things are just not gonna work out for us on that, so you and I have, selected another record store. Not that we don't love Phil, because we do,
Hmm.
but we're getting to another record store, seeing how they got it. We put in our selections and our order early on, and let's see if they're able to deliver. I think they open at noon, which, I personally like the early morning stuff because then we buy records there and then we go to breakfast and talk about them.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll have to do a lunch instead. All right, Larry, I think you had on your list, you had Yusef Latif.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
let's
this
see if
is,
we can
you
bring
know,
that home up here.
let's see, Record Store Day last year. I didn't know anything. I'm embarrassed. I didn't know anything about Yusuf Lateef. I'm a big jazz fan, but I didn't know anything. Rich Newman, my friend, said, "Lar, get the Yusuf Lateef. It is so worth it, so fantastic. I believe he's a multi-instrumentalist, and I wasn't able to get it. And the price for it really skyrocketed on secondary markets and eBay and everything. But this one is the kind of release where I'm going to decide probably on the spot. It's a first, so it's not a must-have. But I don't have any Latif in my collection yet, and I'm thinking I'm going to want to pick this up.
Yeah. So this was here, Swedish television and radio archives. Might be good from the original master tapes. Good. And look at here again, mastered by Matthew Luthens. Must be somebody that the Record Store Day folks, I don't know how it works, but it's all the mastering lab. But your 180 gram 2 LP edition got some rare photographs that you can enjoy.
And what's your thoughts on the record store days that come with extra photos and things like that?
Well, it's the same thoughts, Larry, as I have with box sets. right?
Yeah.
You open the box set, you say, "Man, this is excellent." I don't really want to bend anything up because it's so collectible.
Right.
And then it
Right.
sits on my shelf, and
Yeah.
like I was saying earlier, I go to record shows, and box sets are always sitting there. No one buys them. And
Yeah.
look, I don't buy them for the fact that it's a collector's item, no doubt about it. We did a video about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, where we talked about box sets. Maybe we'll bring one up again and just say, "Hey,
Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
look, what's up with the box sets?"
Yeah.
It's cool to have, a couple of fake backstage passes and a sticker and and all these odd, rare photographs that I'll
Y-
probably look at once. And
exactly. Todd, you
right,
just nailed it on the head.
look, I got this, kind of following along with the BB King thing, right?
Yes.
I don't know how BB King was there's two of them, right? 1974 and then a 1968 show. And I believe it's probably on, one record. It's a 2 LP. So I imagine. And then, of course, it comes with a deluxe CD set as a follow up, which is probably what they're going to sell. This is another exclusive. Um, I would think about buying this. I don't think there's anything, nefarious with this at all.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
with you on that. I'm probably going to pick it up too.
yeah. Yep. So I think our possibly what's have is not what we thought it was going to be. We're going to get in there and we're going to pick them out, and then we're going to regret paying $45 for a record
And
that hopefully doesn't sit in our shelf and rot.
and Todd, whatever we say now, we're going to end up buying more than we think we're going to go. It's just going to happen. We're going to be there. We're going to look it in the face and we're going to say, why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, yeah. We've got disposable income these
Yeah,
days, right?
right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I got a bone to pick with Record Store Day sometimes. You know the deal. Every year, Record Store Day drops some titles that makes me question sanity. Uh, there's just some things, and look, once again, I'm not being judgmental. It's just me. I don't get certain things. I just don't get them. I'm not a millionaire, so I need to make good decisions as much as possible.
Right.
And, the colored vinyl, any audiophile will tell you, is not going to be as good as the regular traditional black vinyl.
No, I agree.
And I, have almost, I don't know what the percentage is, but they make it as a selling point, the colored vinyl, the swirly vinyl. I don't care. Like when I put it on my turntable, I'm not sitting there looking at the turntable. Wow, look at the swirly colors. I'm sitting here and I'm listening to the music. I don't care the color of the freaking vinyl. It
Well, it's
don't
like those
mean nothing.
zoetropes, right? The zoetrope discs where you got to use
Yeah.
your phone to see them. Who the hell does that? I mean,
I,
if you look at it, it's just nothing until you use your phone at the frame rate, and it gives you the little dancing bears and crap. But to me, it's a picture just to begin with, which makes it even shittier. But
yeah.
so, what are some ones there that you had that you thought were ridiculous?
Oh, so the Eric Carr from Kiss. Now
Oh
Eric
yeah,
Carr sadly passed away recently, and that's why, of course, he's included in the Record Store Day because they're not going to miss a chance to grab some money from us. It's liquid vinyl and it's numbered. Oh boy. Okay, so it's a money grab. Now here's another thing that I don't get. It's liquid vinyl. There's liquid in this thing. Now, personally, I'm drinking core water if I'm thirsty.
okay.
But if I'm listening to Eric Carr from Kiss and I'm thirsty, what am I going to do? Go over and drink my vinyl? I don't. what the what the hell? Why
Maybe
is
that's what it
that
is.
a thing?
Cottonmouth.
Why? When did this become a thing? Slippery when
Exactly.
wet, Bon Jovi. I get
Yeah,
it
it's the
there for
worst.
a collector. I get it
Well,
there. Slippery when wet.
I bought the Slippery When Wet vinyl. I've showed it
Right.
to you.
And as a
And
collector, I respect that because it makes sense. It's slippery when wet. It's got okay. It's cool. Why? Why now? Is this going to become a thing? I,
no idea. But I can tell you that it's a sad state of affairs. I can tell you right there.
yes, it is.
All right. Any other ones that we thought were just
Heck
insane?
yeah, yeah.
Well,
The the
what?
the Phil Collins. the 6 extended remixes from the No Jacket Required album. 6 extended remixes? What the heck self-respecting rock star is doing extended remixes? That's a disco freaking thing from the 70s. Donna Summer, Bad Girls. Well, you don't want the 4-minute song. You want the 30-minute extended remix because you're going to get up and boogie. Well, what the hell? If I want to listen to No Jacket Required, I'm going to listen to No Jacket Required, the original recording, and it
Yeah,
was
the
great.
OG. Yeah, I totally
Yes.
agree. Yeah, I have the OG. It sounds incredible,
Oh
but
my God.
I mean,
Uh,
Take Me Home special extended remix. I mean, have we added like a some kind of a funk groove, drum and bass,
I
jungle
I
beat?
I hope not.
I will definitely not buy this. And hey, good luck to you all that did.
Yeah.
Maybe it is good.
And
I'm
then
not going to down it.
there's a couple bands that, although they're terrific and I love them, I mean, how many freaking recordings of them do we need? The Doors live. Okay, it's another Doors live. The Grateful Dead, they've got 3 releases, I think, in this record store day. I
I
like the
see.
Dead. I like them a lot, but how many do we need? Um, Led
How about
Zeppelin
that Led
trampled.
Zeppelin?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
I
Led
don't
Zeppelin.
get
Come
that.
on.
This really, it's not like a remaster of an old album. It's not an unreleased track. It's a 7-inch of Trampled Underfoot. What do we need that for? Who needs to listen to just that? I'd listen to the album. Put the album on. I
Exactly.
once again, I don't get the 7-inch singles and all that bullshit either.
Well, it's a
Motley
7 inch,
Crue.
and that's what she said. So what? Trampled underfoot and Black Country Woman. Okay, that's cool, but I mean, these are not singles, right? Okay.
I don't get it. And you're paying good money to get that single. I don't. It doesn't make sense to me.
No, me
And
neither.
the picture discs we've talked about, a couple times. I totally don't get them unless you're such a collector. Look, hey, if you're a collector and you want to hang it on the wall because it's a picture disc, that's cool. I get that. I don't have any hanging. But Motley Crue, I like Motley Crue. Home Sweet Home, love it. And this is a picture disc. So, maybe if I was into wanting to put something on my wall, maybe I would buy that. But
Now
then
here's one, Larry. How
the
about this
yeah,
Olivia Newton-John?
yeah, this one,
Oh my
yeah, yeah.
god.
So
Now look,
it
I like Xanadu. I think it's fun. It's a terrible movie.
yeah. I couldn't sit through
Good.
it. I never even seen the whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Um, but Olivia Newton-John, I love her. Electric Light Orchestra was also did music for it. And but this release on Record Store Day is 2 cuts, 2 songs. It's the same song and a remix. I
Well, there's
mean,
a deep wave. No, it's a deep wave remix, not just any remix here, Lair. So,
stop trying to
uh,
push my buttons. Um, I I really I don't know who is buying this.
yeah.
Um, qu-
It's an RSD first, so they're gonna sell this again, Lair. They're gonna do it again.
that's sad.
That is
Just
sad.
just hearing that
Totally agree.
that's a first.
Yeah, just a terrible way to move forward.
Yeah,
All right. So what? Oh, here was one that I noticed. It was this is just rotten. Have you
yeah.
ever heard this? Let's see if I can find it here. Machine metal music. Have you ever heard um the Lou Reed? And they say it's groundbreaking, but look, I would have broken the record if I had it. It's just a bunch of stupid noise, right? And everybody gets together and makes all this anti-music noise, and obviously drone cognizance, psychic motor disorder, which I think I might have, blunt instruments, feedback, and I don't know what the hell terminal 25 is. Really, this is junk.
If you want feedback that sounded good, go listen to Jimi Hendrix live.
Exactly. Yes, I was just listening to some Jimi Hendrix a little earlier. That new release came out on it was on Blu-ray of Electric Ladyland, and it came with the Atmos and the 5.1 surround, and
Very
it
nice.
sounds incredible. Yeah, it's
Very
beautiful,
nice.
beautiful recording. Okay, so anything else that we should just totally avoid, or are we sure?
I like I said, I think we've hit on the biggies, but there's probably a ton more. So, Todd, we looked, you and I, at this year's Record Store Day list, and we said, you know, I think we could do better than this.
Right. So get ready because we are going to present the first ever Graybeards Nation RSD releases and list. 100% unofficial, 100% pointless, but 100% necessary. So,
Absolutely.
Lair, what was your first pick?
My first pick was Richard Simmons, Sweatin' to the Oldies, The Lost Tapes.
Hmm,
Oh, and it's a picture disc.
of course.
Um, 4 poses, and they were all terrifying. A horror, a true horror.
I love it. Yeah. Do you think you're going to, do you think those will sell? How many copies of those are available?
It's a Record Store Day first, so it'll
They're
come out
going to
later
resell them.
again.
Of course. So at the GBN Record Store Day, Kenny G, live at the Poughkeepsie Mall Food Court from 1993 on nacho cheese yellow vinyl. Yep. And the cool thing about this one is that you can hear the blenders and pretzel machines. There's just peak ambience, followed by wonderful Kenny G. I think this one's going to go big.
That you could have this with the vinyl that they're putting the water, the liquid in, and you can you make
You can
cheese
have a
whiz
drink
out of it,
with
you
the
know?
nachos. I'm in. I think it's a great idea. Okay. The next on our list, only 10 copies of this one. It's William Shatner sings AC/DC on blood red marble vinyl. And honestly, the version of Thunderstruck he does on here should be totally against the law.
You can't make this up. Oh wait, yes you can. We did. Uh,
Yes, we
next up,
did.
we got the sounds of Blockbuster Video,
Mm-mm.
the field recording LP. You can hear the haunting moans of late fees and failed to rewind fees. Just
Unbelievable.
remember all that fun stuff with
Yeah,
Blockbuster.
I'm sure that will be probably a regular daily driver play for me, and I hope it is for others as you purchase from our Graybeards Nation RSD list. All right, here's one that I personally produced. It's the AOL dial-up extended 12-inch mix for those who enjoy suffering through the sounds of modems connecting. It's all sorts of different modems in your, 1200 baud, 2400, all the boat. Absolutely wonderful. It is a good collection of AOL dial-up sounds.
That's right.
Yeah.
Next up, we have I can't get the sound of those modems connecting out of my head now.
That would be
I
distracting.
think I need to buy that. Um,
There,
Tell.
we produced it. You can have
There
a
you
copy.
I got it. K-Tel, the worst one-hit wonders in 1972 on Gary Glitter vinyl.
Mm,
The glitter spreads like a vinyl-borne pathogen, just like Gary.
beautiful. Can't wait to
Yeah.
have it. And I can't
Yeah.
wait to clean up all that vinyl after it's done. Here's another one. Airport PA announcement, the Gate B12 edition. And this is a full album of flight delays and drunk passengers. This should be fun.
Now, to wrap this up, these are a few of my favorite all-timers, but these actually were real releases on vinyl. Real
Really?
releases. Christmas with Colonel Sanders.
Okay.
KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, actually put out a new album every year. You can look it up. Railroad, Sounds of a Vanishing Era. Just a whole album of just different locomotives. And they had this was a big thing.
Really?
Yeah, people and fans of locomotives would wait for a certain release of their favorite locomotive to come out so that they could listen to it on their turntable.
Okay. Whatever. Kind of pisses off the dog, scares the neighbors and such. But
Yeah.
I think we should release these, Lair. We get the licensing and release these in the Graybeards Nation RSD list.
Dr. Timothy Leary, The Psychedelic Experience.
Oh, I'll bet you that's good.
Oh my goodness. And to me, the old timer, Music to Be Born by Mickey Hart, the drummer for the Grateful Dead, based on the fetal heartbeat of his newborn. Not only did this get released, I think it was on Rykodisc label. Not only it it was successful, Todd, and they had a reissue of it.
I think we should reissue it on placenta colored vinyl.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. Why not?
Uh,
There you have it.
yeah.
Uh, the list nobody needed, but everyone deserves. And I think I will say that is a strong contender to most of the weird releases in this year's RSD Black Friday list.
I to be honest with you, some of the ones that we made up, I'm more excited about getting than some of the real releases. But if Record Store Day wants any help selecting what to put out next year,
we're available.
absolutely.
All right, everyone, drop your probables, maybes in the comments, and maybe give us some ideas on some of the crazy things that you thought were in this list. And of course, tell us which fake releases you would actually buy, because quite frankly, we're ready.
Absolutely, Todd. And honestly, that Shatner AC/DC album, that is kind of tempting.
Yeah. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm sure it's great.
And you don't have to be a graybeard to be a part of Graybeard's Nation.